they should join us as we progress. All right. As we join, let's mute our mic. Mr. Oluwatimileyin, since you didn't join yesterday class, that means you have not done the necessary things. We downloaded some things yesterday and we installed some things yesterday, and also we registered some accounts yesterday. Mr. Ridwan, please help us to mute your mic. Thank you, sir. So, all right. Are we with our system? Is our machine on? If it is yes, try to launch your Kali Linux. But if it is not, I would just suggest, if you need to write down some things, write them down. And if there's anything that is not clear to you, let me know. So this class will just be a very quick one. So tonight we are going to be discussing about let me first share my screen. Let me share my screen. If you can see my screen, let me know. Just give a thumb or just give me sign. By now you should all be yes, correct. Thank you. So let's quickly take a look around this. This is where we stopped yesterday. We really did a lot yesterday. We really did a lot. For those of you that didn't attend yesterday class, so let me just, I'm not explaining anything. I'll just show you this slide. This is what we did yesterday. We start from here. It's all about Git, and this is what we mean by Git. You can just screenshot. Please, if you are joining, help us to mute your microphone, please. Thank you. Please, thank you. So this is all about Git. You can just go through it. We really spend a lot of time on it yesterday, so it's recorded. You can just go back to it. Then I try to differentiate between the GitHub and the Git, and how to use Git, and that is exactly what we are going to do today. So this installation and account registration, we really did a lot about this yesterday. I didn't put anything here because it's full of practical, so I don't want to prepare a very long slide. So I decided to leave this blank and I changed it to practical aspect. So we really did the practical yesterday. Now, to set up and push into Git, so these are the steps that we need to go through, and those steps are the steps we are going to do tonight again. So we are going to be referring to this one after the other. Then also this is just like a repetition of what we mean by version control, so, and how to use Git. So mostly this is what we are going to be using. So this is the, yes, I want to quickly differentiate something here about Git usernames. We can change the name that is associated with our Git. By the time we start, you know how we relate our names with our Git. Now, the new name we set will be visible in any future commit. We know what we mean by commit. Okay, let me quickly say that now. When we are using Git and you come across commit means save. It means save using Git. If you are a Git bash operator, whenever you refer to Git commit, or you want to refer to commit, what you meant is should be saved. That is, you want to save that particular thing. So that is that. If you would like to keep your real name private, you can use any text as your Git username. That is, if you don't want to use your real name, you can just coin or just form one username. You can just use blah blah blah, is acceptable. So that is that. Changing the name associated with your Git commit using Git config, we are going to practice that. Now, this is exactly what I want to show us as the last slide that I've prepared here. So we follow this step. we open git bash, we set our username using this command, and we confirm that, and later we are going to push some code into our GitHub account. So I'll quickly go back to this because this is exactly what we are going to follow. So let's start. Here I've launched my Kali Linux, and yesterday we have downloaded Git, we have installed it, we have opened a GitHub account, and we have viewed it. We just play around it yesterday. So the first thing to do, if you are with your system, you check whether Git is installed on your system. Git dash version, just do this. It will tell you the version you have in your system. So, but if Git is not installed, it will ask you to install it. So you can do that by following the yesterday's video. Now, after this, we need to open our GitHub profile. I don't know why it's asking this. Okay, want to update. Okay, let me leave it to update. So as it's working, I'll just continue. So this GitHub, I've opened a particular GitHub account for this training. It's not my GitHub, so I purposely opened that for GitHub, this particular training. So that is the GitHub we are going to be using. So now we have to follow some steps, and those steps I didn't include it in the slide, so I'll just be explaining them, and you can write them down if you want. And let me say GitHub signing. Let me just say GitHub. Okay, I'll just quickly sign in, and let me just quickly sign in so that you can see, because we are still going to need it. Yes, I think I'm in. Let me check my profile. Yes, I'm in. This is exactly what I created yesterday. So I use Aways 2024 as the username, because you usually use a username. You must have a username. Okay, that we are set. We are coming back here very soon, so let me minimize this. Now after this, we need to set some things. The email I use, you must remember it, or the email, any email you have used, just try to remember it. So here we are going to follow some command. Anytime you want to work with Git, always start with what? Git config is there already. Then dash global. That global means public, that's general. Then you just type space user. We are going to add username, user.name. Now user.name, you give space. What name do you want to give? My name is Aziz Aweda. Also I can just add more. I can say Adebayo. Any name you wish, just make sure it's your name. Or if you don't want to use your real name, you can use any name, doesn't mean anything. So here I want to use Aziz Aweda. Just press enter. Since there is no error, I believe it runs successfully. No error so far. There is no message that there's something wrong. So we are safe. So but for us to confirm whether Git has actually saved our name, we need to type git git config username, then you just put user, then just put name. I don't want to type, that's why. Like this, you don't need the Aziz whatever, just enter. This is the code you type. I'm very lazy when it comes to typing, that's why. This is just the code you should type: git config -- global username. So instead of you to add the name you've added already, just press enter. Then it's going to display that name for you. Now the next step is the GitHub account you created, or the one you are going to create. The email you need to add it to Git. Excuse me. You need to add it to Git. Let me add it first before I say this. What I wanted to say. Git config. That is, you want to configure it. Configure. Then don't forget dash global. That's dash global. Then you see say user. Now this time around is email. User email. Then space. You now say yes, I used this email yesterday. You can use your own email, and it's a must. You must use your own email. So this, you press enter. So we can still do the same thing with what we did to username, to check whether it has added the email as well. So I'll just erase this. I will erase this and press enter. Yes, you can see the result is that email. That means it has successfully added our email. That is our Gmail account. That means we are good to go. Now the next thing we are going to do is this. Yes, what I said I wanted to say is very simple. Let's assume you are working with a project, or you want to start a project. Yes, you want to start a project. It's not compulsory, or it's not necessarily you continue to add username every time you want to start a project or a new project. You can leave your email as it is, leave your username as it is, and you do a lot of projects with it, except you don't want to use that GitHub account to push your code into it. Let us say you are working with a project and you are collaborating with some teams. Then you don't need your email. You have to set afresh. And don't forget, this is just the introduction. GitHub is more than this. Git and GitHub is more than this. But the very first thing you must learn when it comes to Git and GitHub, this is the first step you must take. So after this, the next thing we do is, actually I've entered a particular yes, I'm out of it. For you to know where you are, with pwd, the full meaning of pwd means print working directory, or the present working directory you are in. So either you print it out, I'm using Python slogan, that's I want to see it, that is bring it out for me, or you just say the P is, well, the present working directory you are currently working on. It will display it for you. So my own is home, then Adebayo. I'm currently on Adebayo, but I want to, let me see what I have there. Don't forget your ls. So it will list out all of these things you have you have in your home directory. Now I have some projects here that I've done, and I want to push, like I have this Akin, I have Ingrid, I have Ingrid Ansible, I have Subroot. I don't want to push all of this. I have Python for whatever, I have SQL map dev, I have the, but what I want to use as example here is, okay, since this is a general this thing, let me create another folder. So to create a folder, I believe you still remember. So if you have not forgotten, it is make directory, then we create a folder. We name it, what should I name it with? Let's say cybersecurity. No, who can just guess of a name for me? A quick one. Just guess a name for me. Yes, Mr. Ridwan Olakunle, your hand is okay. What do you say, Mr. Olariwaju?
Akin tutorial.
Akin tutorial, very good. Akin tutorial. So Mr. Ridwan Olakunle, your hand is up. Do you want to say something? If no, so let's continue. So let's say Akin tutorial. You can give it full uppercase or whatever. Akin tutorial. Good. The spelling is correct. Akin tutorial. So I can, actually, it's not good to create what's it called? folders like this. So it's good like this. I concatenated it with underscore, so I'm safe now. So if I list it again, I'm going to see hacking tutorial there. Where is it? Yes, this is it. You can see I have hacking tutorial as my folder. So I'll make directory. Now this hacking tutorial should be the real name. That is, I want to assume that you are working with a real project now. The name you are going to give your folder, that's your real project folder, just give it any name. So in my own case here, I'm giving it hacking tutorial. So whatever your project name is, just give it. Then the next thing to do is to dive into that folder you just created. So I have hacking. So you should press tab. But if you see that is not completing it, just continue, because we have what's it called, 2 hackings there. So that's why it's giving me option that, oh, this is it. So I press tab again, then it jumped into the second hacking. When I typed HAC, I pressed tab on my keyboard, it suggested this for me. The reason why it's not accepting this is because it's telling me indirectly that I have another hacking. Which one do I want to go for? So I have to continue pressing some keys on my keyboard. I typed underscore. So immediately I type underscore again, I press tab, then it suggested this for me. I don't need to type because I'm lazy when it comes to typing. So I just press enter. So immediately you can see that I'm now into this hacking tutorial folder. So if I list it, as in list, I want to see what is there. Nothing is empty. It is empty. Let me clear my screen. It is empty. So far it is empty. And don't forget, you want to push code, your files, your anything into GitHub through this command line without going to GitHub. Whatever you do here, you want it to be reflected on your GitHub account. If you are a web developer, you've written your HTML, CSS, JavaScript, PHP, whatever, all those languages, everything will be inside this folder, inside this hacking hacking tutorial folder. So but whatever you have or whatever files you want to do, so here I will quickly touch this. Let me change this. Let me say 1 to 10. Let me see whether it's going to work this way. txt. If it's not going to throw back errors, so fine, it works. So I've touched files from 1 to 10. So what I will do is this. I'll say list again. You can see I have some files, but before it was empty. So I use this code. We have done that in previous classes, how to create folder and how to create files. So you should remember this code. So I use that code now to create, instead of me to say touch file 1, touch file 2, touch file 3, touch file 4, it created all of these one by one. Let me still use, I want to get something. It's not giving me what I want. I want to get something. Let me see whether this one is, is going to work. Dot gzf. Oh, fine, it works also. Fine, awesome. So let me list it again. So I have another files. Yes, this is exactly what I want. I have all these files now created. Let me clear my screen. So after you've created your files, for instance, all these jargons I created, all these jargons you are seeing, they are not real file, but at your own end, when you are working with real file, I mean real correct files, you should have some vital information, some beautiful information, correct information. Then, for instance, your file 1 could be HTML, sorry, index.html for instance. Your file 2 could be styles.css. Your file 3 should be maybe style.js, whatever, calculator.js, whatever, .php, whatever. So all of these files now, I just created it for sampling purposes. So it doesn't mean they are real. So don't forget, this is just practice. Your real file should be your real I mean, when you're working with your real project, should be your real files. So now after this, the next thing to do is to ignite it, we should initialize Git. We have not touched Git at all. We are just creating files. Now it is now time for us that, okay, let us know I'm done with my project. I'm done with my project and I want to push it to GitHub. The next thing to do is to now say git init. Git init. Yes. Git init. And don't forget, I'm still inside my folder hacking tutorial. And if you look at what I have here, I have, okay, before I click on that git init, let's say ls-a. ls-a. Let's see what we have. Look at the arrangement. I won't clear this. I will now do git init and see the difference of what we are going to have in the end. If I say git init, look at, I have a lot of messages. So master as the name, whatever. Yes, good. So now let's say ls-a again and see what we have. I will now scroll up and see, compare. Good. Oh god. Okay, fine. This is what I want to have. I've forgotten that I have something here. This is exactly what I want to see. If you see this dot, it was there initially. Let me scroll up and let you see the first one. But something has been added. Good. Look at, we have these two already. Now followed by file, whatever. But let's see what we have now. After initializing our git, see what we have. We have .git. That is, we have initialized our git in our repository. So in this case now, from here, the next thing we are going to do is to go to our GitHub. We now create let me see. Before we go to, let me just pick one. Let me pick this file. This file, where is one? The one that has file 3 dot whatever. Okay, let me just take one. I just say nano. Which one should I use? I'm looking for the one to use. Let's say file 1. Okay, I will use this file 1.zgf. Nano file 1.zgf. So it will nano it. That is, it will open it. Nano is an inbuilt text editor that comes with Kali Linux. So I can type anything. I can just say hello world. This is just a sample test of Git and GitHub. Yes, Git and GitHub. So I'll save and I will exit. So let me cut it and see whether what I have has been saved. I'll just say cut file 1.zgf. Yes, let's see what I have. Yes, it is written inside. So I have hello world. Sorry, the word is not completed, so I'm very sorry about that.
So please, what does cat mean?
Cat means show me what I have inside that file.
Okay, sir.
Yes, if you have a file, you just want to see it, not that you want to edit it. You just want to see it, you use cat. But if you want to edit that file, for instance, I made mistake here, no D there. So if I want to correct it, I'll use nano, then followed by the name of that file. So it will open the file for me. Okay, let me just nano it again. I'll just say
another question. How is it necessary to type the nano twice, or
no, it was a mistake. It is my Kali that is doing that rubbish. So you can see that when I nano it, it opened the file. I can now navigate. I can add D. I've added it now. So I'll press Ctrl S, it will write, then I'll press Ctrl X for cross. So if I cut it again, you see that it has been corrected. You see the D there now. compared to the first one. So nano is for you to open the file and edit. You should be able to write something inside, but if you cut it, you won't be able to write anything. You just view it. So that's just the difference. So now at this level, we have lot of files created. But I've only written something inside this one, and I want to push at your own end. When you are doing a project, it's possible you have more than 50 different file names. It's possible. Even the images, everything, they are all files. And you want to push everything to GitHub with just one command. This is what you just do. So the next thing now is you now start commit. Before we commit, we have to follow these steps. So what are the steps? We need to go to our GitHub, which you must have opened, or yes, you must have opened it. You now come to this create repository. You create a repository. So after creating a repository, but let's see the step to follow to create a repository. You click on that. I pray the network is strong. So you click on that. Yes, good. Now the first thing you will see that you have my name there, and this is exactly what, like I said in the yesterday's session, I said after creating the GitHub, you have to go to somewhere, copy your link, put it on your CV. Anywhere you submit your CV to, online or physical, they will ask you to go. Then they will call you, maybe for interview. You see that period that you left the company, maybe a day, 2 days, a week, whatever, they must have gone through your profiles. They will come to your GitHub. Immediately, that link you gave them, it will come here, and they will see all the projects you have worked on. They will access them in your absence. You won't know. So it will show them the kind of person you are and what you have worked with. So if they are interested in your work, they will call you. If they are not interested in your work, they will say, okay, sorry, we'll get back to you, or you can try again later. So that's not it. So we are going to create a repository. This repository, you can give it, let's give it hacking. Let's give it hacking. It's not necessarily you give it the same name you are giving whatever in your Linux. No, because just say hacking. Hacking is okay. So you can see that it marks it that it's available. This means that if you come to your repository again, you want to create another repository, you can't name it hacking again because it's still under your profile. So you can't have hacking except you say hacking 1, hacking 2, hacking 3, then to differentiate it. So you are good like that. This description is optional. You don't need it. It is public. By default, it is public. If you try to make it private, you'll be asked to pay. And this is, in fact, something that is not supposed to be shown to everyone. They will ask you to pay. Yes, that is how it works. For you to do that, or for you to must have think of doing this, it means that you are pushing some special code that you don't want people to see. Maybe it worth millions. As in a project, there are projects like that you won't want people to see it, and you want to push it to the GitHub, so you won't share it publicly. So for you to share it or to push it privately, you need to pay to GitHub. So it will remain public. And then yes, this is very, very compulsory. Add a readme file. You add a readme file. So here you don't need to choose anything again. Just say create repository and leave it for a while. Let it load, finish. So now, very good, we have our repository created and we have our readme here. This readme, nothing is there. Initial commit, nothing is there. It's just now, nothing is there. Now the next thing to do is to see how we can push code to our code to our GitHub. So here you don't need to stress yourself. Let's say I've written hello world in one particular file. So what I'm going to do is to go back there. After creating this repository, I will need to copy some things. This code, Yes, if you click on this green part, this where you have code, you have two different things there. I mean three. We have the HTTP, we have the SSH, we have the GitHub. Now we are going to use this HTTPS. We are going to use this HTTPS. If you use this SSH, you are going to create another key gene. So we are going to use this HTTPS for this class. So the next thing to do is I copy this. Just click on copy, bam. So it has marked copy. So next thing to do, let me minimize. I'm through with this particular GitHub. I've copied the link. This is okay. I've copied the link from GitHub. I will now go and paste it to my Kali. Yes, to this place. But how do I paste it? I will now communicate using Git from my Kali to say, okay, Git, all these files I have under this hacking blah blah blah, help me push it to that link I copied just now from GitHub. So but how do I do that? I need to add some things. I'll just say git add. That dot means all in coding. It means everything. Just add everything for me. Let's see. Yes, successfully. So far there is no error. It means successfully. Let's see git status. Let's see the status. Let's see whether fine, committed, fine. I supposed to show you this thing before I add. It will okay, fine. It's still possible to show you something. You can see that the color, let me read it out for you, is on branch masters, no commit yet. I have not committed it. You know that commit I said, it means save. That is, I have not saved this project yet. Now it's on stage. I should use this whatever file name to on stage. So I don't want to on stage. On stage means you want to edit after you have add everything. So let's assume you can see that everything is green. Let me show you something. Let's quickly touch something. Touch okay, I use 5 just say arc arc.txt. So let me now list it. You see that I have arc.txt. Where do I have it? Check. Is here. Look at, I have arc.txt now. If I now check my git status, let's see what I have. You can see what is showing me. It's telling me that on track. Git is sensitive. Just say, wow, you've added something. I don't know what you have added. It seems something is wrong. That's why it's putting red. So for you to remove this red and let it be green, you just still do the same thing. Just say git add. You just still say all. It will add everything for you. Then the next thing, you just say the last command, git status, no more red. That means you are good to go. So the next thing now is this. After you have added successfully, let me clear the screen. All our mission is to put all those things into the GitHub with using this command line. So just say git commit. Now you are committing. Then M means for message. M means -M means message. So space. Now what do we do? Just say like what Mr. Aziz suggested. Just say this is just a message. This is just a sample testing. Let me use testing. You know, this is just a sample test before, so that it will not be the same thing. It won't cause confusion. So just say git commit. So anytime I saved, it should just tell me that, oh, this is just a sample. It doesn't mean anything. This thing I put in quotes, it doesn't mean anything. It's just that, oh, if you are pushing a lot of projects, this message will indicate which one is for particular commit. So you can have different commit with different messages just to know.
So is that standing as comment or what?
Yes, exactly. So I'll just press enter. Fine, it's created. So I'm good. Yes, we are good to go. So from here now, the next thing to do is just to try to push to main. Then from there, I will now paste that link that, okay guys, Git o, know wetin go do for me, just help me push this thing to this particular link. So the next thing to do is Git branch. I can branch it, branch. Now this -m for main, just enter. Correct. That is, I want it to be a main this thing. So the last step, the last thing now to do is just a git remote. You know what I mean by remote? Sorry, remote. Git remote. Then I will ask Git to add to origin. Origin, is it correct? Yes. Now I need to paste. Let me see whether it will paste. Very good, it pastes. So if you see what I pasted, I use short code. I use Control Shift V. That is on Linux. If you are working with Windows, you use Control V to paste. If you are working with if you are working with Windows, you use Control V to paste. On that same window, if you want to copy, Control C. But Linux is different. Control C will not work for copying on Linux. You press Control Shift C. Then the same thing for pasting. Control Shift V. So you are good. So just press enter. Guys, we are done. In fact, no error. That means it's successful. The next thing is to push. Just say git push origin master. Just say, you might not want to use this. Just say push -u origin main. Then you press enter. It's pushing. Username for this. What was my username? My username was Aways 2024. The password for yes.
The -u.
Yes, for origin.
What does it mean?
Yes, for origin.
The -u.
Origin.
Okay.
Yes. So it's asking for my password. I think I still remember my password. So if you have this thing with your password, it's not going to push. So let me see. It says was removed on August 13, 2021. I have, let me see. Username removed, support for password authentication was removed on August 21. You see this blah blah blah. Currently recommended for authentication. Factor authentication failed for this. Why is my okay? Let me restart it. Push origin. Then Aways 2024. Any message? Username. Do I have any message? Aways.
The call ends in 15 minutes, sir.
Okay, it ends in 15 minutes. Wow.
Yes.
2024. 2024. So if this doesn't work, I will need to go and use SSH, because sometimes if care is not taking, let me refresh it. Let me see. Assuming it wrote successful, so it's not there. Assuming it is there, we will see all the files here committed. So but it is not here. Nothing. Okay, fine, it is not here. Let me see the error. Wow. My net. Okay. Forgetting that I have not plugged my system. So fine. Excuse me. Okay, yes, we are good. You close. Yeah. Let me see what I can do. So this is, let me quickly show us. I might not be able to. From this code, let me use SSH, because we have options there. Yes, do have public key. So this public key is what I'm going to go and add, and I'll use it as my password now. So I'll create the public key. Let's see. Yes, I can create it as a hacking with small lowercase. Then my password, let me say confirm. Not now. You must supply a key in OpenSH key format. Let me just click on new. Okay, this is what I will do. Let me quickly create it here. SSH key gen, and then let me use hacking blah 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 hacking. So just correct, is creating it. Nothing, I don't want. Yes, override it for me. I don't want this again. Correct. So let me list it. I have my SHA 2256. Hope the meeting is still on. Hello guys. Okay, it's still on. Good.
Yes, the answer.
All right.
Yes, we are with you.
Okay. Oh, okay. Let me see my message. Okay, the system is malfunctioning now. Okay, let me clear it first. Okay, clear. What's wrong with mine? Okay. Yeah. Let me clear it. Yeah. Oh yeah. The next one, I want to see what I did last. So enterprise, no, nothing. Yes. Nothing. Yes. Okay. I'm good now. Okay, fine. So where's my SSH key? So this is my key. Let me copy this. Fingerprint is this. Okay, Control Shift copy. Let me just fix this. I will quickly do that. So then okay, I think I've copied this link before. Paste. Good. I just pray it works now. Key is invalid. You must supply a key in OpenGSH format. It is in no mouse now. Control Shift. Am I even copying? Okay, I'm copying. Yes. Oh. Okay. Let me see what I'm copying safe. Oh, sorry. Let me cut it. Clear. Let me cut it first. List dash A. Okay, let me SSH this. ID. With this ID, it is stored here. Correct. So continue. Already exists. Overwrite. Yes. So let me cut it. Cut. Yes, this is my SSH key now. Okay. Correct. If accept it, please. But why is it not accepting it? Why is it not accepting? This is the SSH. Okay, let me say nano what I wanted to nano is different. I want to nano that file part. I've forgotten that I've copied this one before. So this file part, yes, this file part, copy, paste. Correct. Okay, sudo if you encounter such just I will still explain. Let me just tackle it, finish. One not found. Sudo nano. Yes, still the same thing. So why is it not accepting it? Why is it not accepting it? Control S, Control X. The key gene must be the same, but I don't know why it's not accepting my password. But it happens sometimes because I've experienced such before. It will not accept password, the same password, and sometimes it will accept that same password. Let's say Akin. Is it correct? Akin. So just accept it. But why? What am I doing wrong? Something is wrong somewhere. Something is wrong somewhere. Okay, let me try my link again. Or this SSH of a thing. I know is yes. Thank you. So I'll copy this HTTP and I'll have to go and retry it. Let me retry it. I'll calmly type my password now. Oh no. So I'm using my arrow key to navigate back to my previous code. So username for that I will use 2024, which is what I use. Then the password for that, this one is very simple, but I don't know why it's not accepting it. Authentication error. So in this case it should be maybe it's not supposed to be a network issue, but in most cases it's always like this. But the easiest one is that it's not that easy, but is the most preferable. Why? Because it will permanently be accepting your push every time, anytime you want to push. So you don't need to be entering your username and password often and often, just like that, compared to this http. So, but I don't know why it's not accepting my password, and I have not forgotten my password. Okay, it's still loading. I think it's network. It's still loading here since. Maybe my network is bad. Okay, you know what I will do, guys? Am I still on? Okay, yes, in 3 minutes. This
Yes,
is what
sir.
okay, good. This is what I'll do. If this thing did not work now, I'll try to fix it. Then I'll still the same video. Then I'll push the, let me use that language. I'll push the video to you guys. But it's because of the network. This thing is still rolling. And it's not supposed to still be rolling like this time, because it must communicate. So, but I think my network is not that, it's bad like that or whatever. So once I fix this, let me see, try it one more. Yes. So if this one will not work, I will try the other one. Wait, 2024. This one is correct. So I don't know why it's not accepting the password. Boom. Password identification was removed. Which one is August 13, 2021? Okay, you know what I'll do? I will sort out this one aspect probably before tomorrow evening. I'll be busy tomorrow morning, so tomorrow evening I will sort it. Then I'll show you. So from here, these remaining files, or let me say these files we have, all these files we are going to immediately you refresh it. I'm going to refresh it, which you are going to see. You see the files 1, file 2, file 3, whatever, all of them here. And that means all your code, anybody can come here and see your code. So what you just need to do is to click this link, copy it and send it to maybe organizations or anybody, maybe your friends. They can just quickly access it. They will see what you have done and say, okay, you can edit it, you can do this, you can do that. So that is just the essence of this Git and GitHub. And the way they interact, the way they communicate is through the terminal. Like I said yesterday, and even in the slide, I think I mentioned it, that you can use the desktop.
Call it the battery.
Yes, exactly. Okay, you know what? I will fix that against tomorrow. Then we are going to sort it, and we are going to understand it by God's grace. Okay. So thank you.